Hi guys, Helen the Russian here. Quick talk today about what to expect when you first sign up with the rideshare, either Uber or Lyft, doesn't really matter. And there are quite a few things that you don't necessarily anticipate or expect if you never driven a car for hire. Now, those who driven taxi cabs before, they certainly know all the pitfalls and little bumps on the road, but people who are brand new to doing the driving for hire, they may not know that. So just in spirit of helping the community, first of all, and I'm sure in theory everybody knows that, you are now independent contractor, meaning you're self-employed, you work for yourself. Uber and Lyft are just platforms that facilitate you making money and connects you to the passengers. So as a result, what it means practically, you out there on your own. So when you first go out driving, first it's a bit nerve-wracking, especially if you've never done it before. So you're a bit nervous as it is, picking up the passengers first few rides. But also in Las Vegas especially, things could get complicated. All the hotels, and especially the airport, have designated pickup and drop-off areas for the rideshare. You need to pick up passengers and drop them off in designated areas. This is very important. We cannot go rogue. We cannot cowboy that. Main reason being is because, remember, hotels are private properties, all of them. So they can quite easily trespass you from the property. It means you're not allowed on their property again. And if they catch you after they trespass you, they can call the police and you're now facing criminal charges. Those of you who think it's really far-fetched, please don't. I've known of the cases where quite a few people were trespassed from the Las Vegas hotels. So you need to go to designated areas. Some of them, although there is a list that rideshare provides with the maps, it still could be very confusing, especially when it's busy and you've never done this before. So my advice, persevere. Yes, at first you're gonna waste a bit of time and obviously gas trying to locate your passenger and find out where the area is. However, it's only gonna happen once. You're gonna know for the next time, you're gonna know exactly what to do, where to go. It'll make things a whole lot easier for you. So again, my advice is persevere. The reason I say that is because I had quite a few passengers comment when I picked them up from the hotel saying the drivers, sometimes 3 drivers in a row, canceled on them because they said they couldn't find the pickup location. So yes, spend a bit of time, investigate, persevere, talk to your passengers, use the call passenger feature. Both apps have it. It's really helpful. Don't hesitate. Passenger will be grateful that you're trying to contact them and locate them versus you just canceling the ride. It gets really frustrating for them. You got to understand that. So that's one thing. Another thing is navigating through Las Vegas streets. That's something you think, especially people who lived here for a long time, they think they know where everything is and how to get places fast. Think again. I've lived here for 23 years. I started driving for rideshare and I discovered a whole lot of shortcuts that I didn't know before. There are a lot of little alleyways that apparently go through right into the hotel entrances that I didn't know about, and I will be sharing those in another video. So that's another thing that you need to be aware. Also, you need to be a self-starter when you're starting with rideshare, what it means practically. In theory, everybody knows, right, well, I just gonna go out driving. Reality is, if you used to have a structured work environment where your employer schedules you and you know you have to be someplace at designated hour and you need to work X number of hours or you're gonna get fired and not have that paycheck, and you're not used to the fact that you need to guide yourself, that could be a bit challenging. I've met people and I've talked to some people who found that insurmountable challenge, as a matter of fact. They drove for a bit and they said basically what it comes down to, they go, right, well, we know we need to go driving, but we kept thinking, oh, I'll do it in a couple of hours, I'll do it in 3 hours. Next thing you know, they tired, it's late. They go, oh, well, that's all right, I'll do it tomorrow. And before you know it, the week is over. The week is done. So you have to be a self-starter in order for you to do this. And you definitely need to have a discipline. Another thing is, that's another side of that coin, don't overdo it. Driving is actually quite hard. Driving for hire, it's very much exhausting. It really is. Also, it affects your body. After you drove for a few days for rideshare, you're gonna discover possibly that your back hurts, or maybe your legs. So you need to figure out various aids. In my case, I realized really quickly within 3 days my back was killing me, and I realized I need to add the lumbar support to my car seat, which did the trick, solved the problem, but it took me those 3 days to figure it out. And I found really good one that worked for me. I actually need quite hard one. So I spent some money at Brookstone and I got a $50 one, but it's really, really helpful. No longer have back problems. It's all working out for me. But do address these things quickly. Don't let your health deteriorate because of this. Do take breaks, like go walking, because you get really stiff sitting in the car all the time. We're very lucky in Las Vegas. There are plenty of areas where you can park for free and take a quick walk. I can tell you Fashion Show Mall is fantastic. Parking is free. You pull in there. It's a really big mall. You walk through at a brisk pace. If you feel like going further, you can cross the Sky Bridge, go to Wynn or to the Treasure Island, so take an extra walk. There are plenty of food in there. There are food courts. There are various beverages available. And then you can go online immediately when you're ready to go driving back, and you're probably going to get a ride right there at the Fashion Show Mall or across the street at the Mirage and Treasure Island or at Wynn and Encore. So it's quite easy, but you need to be mindful of your health. Definitely have the water for yourself in the car. Drink plenty of water. You need to hydrate. Vegas is very dry. Driving in the car could be even more drying. So that's another thing. Also, really study carefully rules with the airport. Airport is very strict here in Las Vegas as far as rideshare goes. Make sure you clearly understand where you can and cannot go, and especially the pickup is the issue. You really drop off at the terminal. It's pretty self-explanatory. As a rideshare, you absolutely cannot go to the pickup areas where taxi pick up. There's especially designated pickup rideshare areas on Terminal 1 and Terminal 3. Terminal 1 is a bit tricky to find. That's another learning curve. But once you've been there once, you know exactly where it is. Basically, it's a short-term parking. So once you follow signs for the short-term parking on Terminal 1, keep going. You're going to go up the ramp. Don't go where you need to get the ticket, and don't turn on the first turn where the valet is. You need to actually go one more entrance up. It's not really well marked. But once you turn, you're going to see the sign for TNC. TNC is a sign for the rideshare. It means Transportation Network Company, which covers Uber and Lyft in Las Vegas. So that's where you need to be picking up people. Also, and I mentioned that before, a lot of other drivers mentioned in their videos, do remember you're gonna have to pay taxes on all your income from Uber or Lyft at the end of the year. Unlike the time when you were employed by someone else and taxes were taken out for you, and sometimes you got money at the end of the year, you will definitely be paying out. So if you cannot budget really well, put it away every week. If you have a savings account, just remember you're gonna have a few hundred or possibly thousand go out of that account when tax time comes. I recommend, unless you're really, really good with doing your taxes, meaning you own your own business before and you filed your own taxes, I'd say spend the money on a good accountant. Don't risk it, because once you get audited, it's gonna be a whole lot more money. So when you weigh cons and pros, definitely accountant is the way to go. I've had my own business for the past 10 years, not Uber and Lyft, but my own business. And I always use an accountant. I never have any issues. So that's pretty much generally what to expect. Also, scheduling is up to you once again. So be mindful on when you decide to drive. Despite what a lot of people think, driving at night is not necessarily the best option. If you like to do that, that's fine. But I don't drive at night at all. I'm a woman, security reasons, safety and security for one, but also I like to sleep at night. I own my own business, and I have to be up pretty early to work it. I'm interior design and professional organizer. So I never drive late at night. I do early mornings, could be good. Sunday and Monday mornings are quite good, but even midweek is fine. Afternoons are good, early evenings are fine. You're making about the same money. Plus, Uber and Lyft both offer bonuses, and those bonuses often cover the afternoon and morning hours. It doesn't have to be late night at all. So keep all that in mind. Hopefully you found all that helpful, and have a fantastic day. Bye.